The Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve is brought to you, transcribed by the Kraft Foods Company. Kraft, makers of the one and only Miracle Whip salad dressing. We say one and only because there just isn't any other salad dressing like Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip is different, and it tastes different. Miracle Whip tastes so good, it's become the most popular salad dressing ever created. More Miracle Whip is sold than the next 20 leading brands of salad dressing combined. Try it. Make your salads better tasting with the one and only Miracle Whip. Well, another sweltering summer day is hanging over Summerfield. But that doesn't mean business isn't progressing as usual at the water department. The great Gildersleeve secretary is on vacation, but his nephew Leroy is helping out. And the great man himself is at his desk. In fact, he's practically on it.
Am I disturbing you, Unc?
Oh, no, Leroy. Come right in.
The mayor's office called and wondered if you had the vacation schedule made out for this office.
Oh, yes, must do that. My secretary neglected to before she left.
Hey, you've got your feet propped on your desk.
Well?
Do they hurt?
No, they feel fine. But when summer comes, there's nothing like getting the feet higher than the head. Yeah, I think that has something to do with nature.
Yeah? What are you reading?
Studying, my boy. Hydraulics and water pressure. That's a nice day. I hardly know what I've been reading.
I know what you've been reading. Baseball.
What?
That little book inside the big book is showing.
Well, walking down this morning, I saw it in the newsstand. And...
Don't apologize. It's okay. I found a love story magazine inside your secretary's dictation pad. See?
That girl. We can't run a water department that way. What would the mayor think?
But you...
Oh, I'm the water commissioner. And if there's a love story magazine around this office, you'd better turn it over to me.
Okay. It's silly stuff anyway.
Now, let's get back to work.
Sure. Look who's talking.
What a magazine. Love Digest. Yeah, I should throw it in the wastebasket. Nice cover. Bathing suits certainly have changed. In the last month, even. Yeah, I don't know how they do it.
Well, Gildersleeve.
Hello. I wonder if I shouldn't go to the sea. Oh, hello, Mr. Mayor. Come in.
Gildersleeve, what are you doing with your feet on the desk?
Yeah, those my feet.
And what are you reading?
I'm reading this book on hydraulics and water pressure. See?
I see. What are those magazines you have inside the book?
Magazines?
Baseball.
Yeah, well.
And what's this? Love Digest? I came in here to talk about your vacation schedule, but perhaps the vacation you need is a permanent one.
Huh?
Think it over, Gildersleeve, and I'll take these magazines.
Yeah, but...
You never get your reports in on time, and now I catch you reading. I never saw an office run in such a slipshod manner.
Now, Mr. Mayor, I run a very strict office.
That's hard to believe. Good day.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor.
Yes?
Can I have the Love Digest back after 5 o'clock?
What?
It belongs to my secretary. Fine coffee this morning, Bertie.
Thank you, sir.
I wish I could say that for the prunes.
Eat 'em, Leroy.
When you going to take the rest of your vacation this year, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Vacation?
Yes.
Well, Bertie, the mayor was in talking about that yesterday.
Hey, I left when he came in the office. When's he giving you yours, Unc?
Well, he nearly gave it to me yesterday. But we didn't quite complete our discussion.
Let's take our vacation late, just about the time school starts.
Leroy.
Let's rent that cabin up in the mountains again, huh?
Why not go to some nice resort where a fellow can meet some interesting people?
Yeah, girls.
Your uncle wants to go to the seashore, Leroy. Your uncle wants to go where he can frolic on the beach with a peach.
No, Bertie.
No, sir. Mr. Gildersleeve don't want no mountains. He's to the seashore where he can frolic on the beach with a peach.
Yeah, all right,
Miss
Bertie.
Gildersleeve, you know where you want to take your vacation?
Yes, Bertie.
That's right. You want to frolic on the beach with a peach.
Well, Bertie has a refreshing slant on it anyway.
I don't like it.
What's wrong with the seashore?
While you're on the beach with a peach, I'll be in the dining room with a prune.
Yes. Never mind, Bertie. I'll get it. It's probably for me, Bertie. I'll get it.
I'm here. Be glad to get it.
Never mind. I'll get it.
I came in here all the way from the kitchen. Might as well get it.
Well, I got up. I might as well get it.
Glad to get it.
Thanks, Bertie.
Oh, for corn's sake, I'll get it.
Sit down, Leroy.
Anybody at home?
Oh, hello, Judge.
Good evening, all.
Hi.
I rang the bell twice, but nobody answered.
Evening, Judge.
Evening.
Would have been glad to get it.
Yes. Let's go in the living room, Judge.
I'd like to have a word with you, Gildy, in your private study.
What?
Excuse us, Leroy?
Sure.
What's in your craw now, Judge?
You'll find out soon enough. We'd better sit down.
Well, Judge.
And close the door.
Oh, my goodness. There. That satisfy you? You want me to plug up the keyhole?
Gildy, the mayor is threatening to take your job away from you.
Oh, is that why you called me in here, Judge? The mayor is always threatening me.
This time it's serious. I happen to know that you're top man on the mayor's must list.
Must?
Must go.
Oh. Where'd you hear that?
Well, my secretary always has lunch with the tax collector secretary, who always has breakfast with the mayor's secretary. And the mayor's secretary told the tax collector secretary who told my
All right, Judge. What did she say?
Just what I told you. And if the mayor catches you neglecting your duties once more, out you go.
Just let him try it. I'll tell him a thing or two. I've been waiting to do it for quite a while.
Now, Gildy, you can't afford to take that attitude. You have a little family to think of, you know.
Oh, yes.
And if you apply yourself, work at your job, who knows? Why, do you know the Commissioner of Public Works got a $20 raise last month?
He did?
Turn over a new leaf, Gildy, before it's too late.
By George, I'll do it.
And may I be the first to congratulate you.
Yeah, okay. Then let's open the door. It's getting a little stuffy in here. And I assure you that the matter will be attended to immediately. Yours for service to Summerfield, Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve, Water Commissioner. Right, George Leroy, there's a well-written letter if I did write it. Straight to the point.
What's the point?
Hey. Oh. Get that in the mail right away.
Okay.
Well, I start on something else.
Unc, you're a regular whirlwind today.
It just shows what you can do when you apply yourself, Leroy. You see, I've cleared nearly everything off my desk.
Hey, I didn't know your desk had a glass top.
Get that letter in the mail. I'm going to do some reading.
Shall I bring you the Love Digest?
No. I'm going to read this book on hydraulics. Yeah. Well, don't stand there with your mouth open, young man. Get the letter out.
Okay.
The man starts taking his job seriously, and everybody stands around staring at me.
Hello, Leroy. Hi, Miss Kelly. Mr. Gildersleeve in?
Well, May.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, here I am.
You look so busy and important this morning.
Yes, a lot to do.
Oh, well, you just stop that silly work and come along with me to Hogan Brothers.
Why should I go to Hogan Brothers?
Oh, it's been so warm lately. I'm going to get a new summer play suit.
Play suit?
Mhm.
Oh.
And I want you to help me pick it out.
Well, I don't think I should leave the office to help you pick out a summer play suit.
Why not? We'll be playing together. Won't we?
Well, I'll try to budget some time for that. But I'm pretty busy right now running the water department.
Why do you have to stay around here? All you have to do is sit while people turn it on and off.
There's more to it than that, May. I'm the executive around here. I do the thinking. I'm always studying ways to make the department better. See? I got a book here. Hydraulics.
What's hydraulics?
Well, that's the stuff that water commissioners have to find out.
Oh, you are busy. Well, I guess I'll just run along then.
Yes, nice of you to drop in, May. Sorry, I'm so busy.
Oh, Throckmorton, which do you think I should get? A 1 or 2-piece play suit?
I wonder if you... Maybe I should go with you. No, by George, I'll stay on the job. May, get out of here.
All right, goodbye. But remember, all work and no play makes Throckmorton a dull boy.
Well, that's the penalty for buckling down. Yeah. Hydraulics. Chapter 1. A 1-piece or a 2-piece... Hydraulics. What is it? Yeah, that's a good place to start. Hydraulics is that branch of science which treats of water or other fluids in motion.
Good morning, Gildersleeve. Now, about these vacation schedules...
Oh, hello, Mr. Mayor.
Gildersleeve, what are you doing with your feet on the desk again?
Are they back up there?
And still reading during office hours. I warned you if I ever caught you loafing on the job again.
But, Mr. Mayor, I'm studying.
That's what you said yesterday. Love and baseball.
But, Mr. Mayor, this time...
This time, Gildersleeve, you're fired.
See?
I'm sorry, but you asked for it. Good day.
He's sorry. I think I'm going to cry.
The great Gildersleeve will be back in just a minute. Ever entertained buffet style? It's fun, isn't it? Fun for the guests and fun for you, too. Part of the fun is setting a beautiful table and finding attractive new settings for your food. If you're serving coleslaw for the salad part of your meal, here's an idea. Give your coleslaw more eye appeal by using both red and white cabbage. This looks wonderful and tastes even better. And remember, this grand two-tone coleslaw will be extra good, made with Miracle Whip salad dressing. Miracle Whip gives coleslaw such marvelous flavor. A flavor that's lively, teasing, just sharp enough. And it's a flavor you won't find in any other salad dressing, because Miracle Whip is unique. It's made from a secret craft recipe that combines the best qualities of zesty, old-fashioned boiled dressing and fine, rich mayonnaise. And Miracle Whip has a perfect texture, creamy thick and smooth as satin, because it's blended carefully with a special craft beater. No wonder millions prefer it. Smooth and delicious, Miracle Whip has become the most popular salad dressing ever created and actually outsells the next 20 leading brands of salad dressing combined. Make all your salads taste better with America's favorite salad dressing, Miracle Whip. Well, let's get back to the great Gildersleeve. Our overstuffed Humpty Dumpty has had a great fall. And doesn't quite know how to put himself together again.
Now what, little man? Oop. Light in May's window. No. There's a jolly boy meeting tonight. I hate to go up there, but it's beginning to sprinkle. Water. And I'm not the commissioner.
Yes, I know. That's right. Gentlemen, now that everybody's here that's going to be here, I'd like to have the floor, if I may.
We can't start a meeting of the Jolly Boys before the water commissioner gets here, can we, Peavy?
No, I wouldn't say that. And according to Robin's rules of order.
Oh, well, let's get going. The commissioner's slower than the water he pipes into my shop.
Now, wait a minute, Floyd. I'm sure you wouldn't speak of our absent member in this manner if you knew the sad tidings that I bring.
Something wrong, Judge?
Gentlemen, our fellow Jolly Boy is no longer with the city.
He ain't.
He's been fired.
You don't say.
The commissioner... commish got the axe? Gosh, I'm sorry I opened my big fat mouth.
Yes, gentlemen, a most grievous occurrence.
Why, Mr. Gildersleeve was in the pharmacy only yesterday. Listen, just as natural.
Of course, a fence post could have seen it coming. He wasn't the world's best water commissioner.
Be that as it may, I happen to know that when the blow fell, Gildy was reading a book on hydraulics trying to improve himself. I personally called upon the mayor pleading for reason, but he said it was the mark of a weak executive to retract orders.
Well, that sounds a little unreasonable of the mayor to me.
Well, that's my news, gentlemen. Now, what can we jolly boys do for our friend Gildersleeve? He's a sad and broken man.
Well, the mayor kicked the commish out of office. Let's kick him out.
You pushy mayor.
We pay his salary, don't we? We got a right to kick him around.
Floyd, are you suggesting recall?
No, I'm suggesting we kick him out. He lowered the boom on the commish, we lower the boom on him. Right, Peavy?
Well, that seems to be the way of the world.
Hey, think I heard the door.
You did?
Yeah.
I thought Gildy felt so blue he wouldn't be down.
That's the commissioner's tread, all right.
Well, let's not just be standing here when he comes up. Let's all try to be gay for Gildy.
Yeah, let's sing a song.
Yeah, that ought to make him laugh. There is it covering it down.
Let's pretend we heard a funny joke and laugh.
But I haven't heard a funny joke.
Well, laugh anyway. Come on. Hey. Well, I'll be... He ain't coming up. He's going back out into the rain.
Well, that's too bad.
Poor fellow.
Maybe we sounded too happy.
Maybe he thought we were laughing at him.
Poor Gildy. Gentlemen, I think we should seriously consider a petition for the mayor's recall. His Honor has been unreasonable and dilatory in public affairs before, and there are a few little slip-ups that won't look good for him on a petition.
Hot dog. You write up the stuff, Judge, and I'll sign it first.
Now, just a minute, Floyd. Judge, if you don't mind, I'd like to be the first to sign that petition.
We'll all sign it, gentlemen. But remember, not a word about it to Gildy.
Uncle, you gonna sit around the house all day again?
Well, I don't feel like going downtown, my boy. Besides, I've been busy. Reading want ads, making phone calls.
Have you answered Mr. Peavy's call? At Mr. Munson's?
Well, no. I can't face those fellows. Probably all over town that your old uncle's a failure.
You're not a failure, Unc.
Yes, I am. I failed you, Bertie.
We'll manage. And I have a wonderful idea. Instead of running off somewhere, why don't we spend our vacation right here?
No, my boy.
Sure. And I know another way to save money, Unc. I'll go barefooted all summer.
And I'll make things stretch in the kitchen.
No, Bertie, I'll find something else. They can't keep a good man, well, a man, down.
You should have your job back. The mayor was wrong, and you know it. The judge came over and told us you were right.
Well, I was on the job when he...
Sure, Unc. Why did you let the mayor fire you? If I was a man, I'd go down and tell him off.
No, Leroy.
I'll go down and tell him anyway. And run.
Leroy, I don't need you to fight my battle. You're not big enough.
Well, why don't you dress up and go downtown? Just as if nothing had ever happened. I'd even go with you. I'm not ashamed.
Go on, Mr. Gildersleeve. When you go down the street, people will point at you and say, there goes the best water commissioner this town ever had. He's right.
Well...
Sure, everybody's on your side, Unc.
I might go downtown at that.
That's good news. I'll brush up your new suit, Mr. Gildersleeve. No use being right unless we tell people about it.
My little family. I feel better already.
This is Floydy. Did you get them new neighbors to sign the recall petition? They wouldn't. No kidding. Oh, hi, Commish.
Hello, Floyd.
Be with you in a minute, Commish. Hey, look, Luffy, I can't talk anymore right now, but you tell them you won't babysit for them anymore if they don't sign. If that don't get him, tell him we'll start arguing nights with the windows open. Yeah. Goodbye, doll.
Who was that, Floyd?
My wife, Lovey. I and she are trying to get a favor out of a neighbor. Hey, it's good to see you cracked out of your shell, Commish. We missed you at the Jolly Boys Club the other night.
Well, I started up there, but other pressing matters came up.
Yeah, I know. How about a shave and a haircut?
Well, that's what I came down for, Floyd.
Sure. Hop up into the chair.
Yeah.
And until the silver lining shows through, Commish, the shave and the haircut's on me.
No, Floyd, things aren't that bad.
Has the mayor contacted you yet?
No, why should he?
Oh, nothing. But you ain't got no reason at all to be afraid of the mayor.
Well, of course I haven't. I've never been afraid of him.
That's the stuff. What a scheming politician. Always has his barbering done up the street. Just because it's a 3-vote shop.
Yes, well, that's the mayor, all right.
Commish, he done you wrong. And if I was you, I'd tell him off.
Don't you worry, Floyd. I will, the next time I see him. I've been sitting at home thinking up a lot of things to tell him.
Atta boy. It's high time we got a new mayor anyway, or put a good scare into this one. We'll have his relatives jumping out of City Hall like it was a sinking ship. And let me let you in on something. Most people think they can't hit a city official. You can hit him the same as you can hit a plumber.
I never thought of that.
Now, look, I think if you come into the guy at a slight crouch...
Now, Floyd, I know how to take care of myself.
Maybe you fake for the right, then you hit him...
Mr. Peavy. He's been awful blue.
Oh, I can understand that, Leroy.
We finally got him to go downtown, so if he drops in at the drugstore, I wish you'd do what you can to cheer him up.
Oh, I'd be happy to.
Thanks, Mr. Peavy. You're swell.
Yeah. Goodbye. Fine boy, Leroy. Now, what'll I do to cheer up that uncle of his?
Hello, Peavy.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. Haven't had the pleasure of seeing you around the last couple of days.
No, Peavy, and you know why, so let's not bring up the subject. It's a pretty sore one with me.
Oh, I wasn't going to, Mr. Gildersleeve. You care to read a comic book? I got an old one around here someplace.
No, thanks. Can you imagine the audacity of that mayor?
Very well, then. I'll read it to you.
Well, he's not going to get away with it.
This is about little Abner.
I've decided I'm not going to take this sitting down. No, sir.
Little Abner is holding Salome. That's the pig. And he says...
Yeah, the next time I see that little powder pigeon...
Go ahead and eat the money, Salome.
He's going to hear from me.
And Salome, that's the pig, says, erp, erp.
What?
Erp, erp.
Peavy, what are you doing?
Reading you the comic book.
What for?
To cheer you up.
Oh.
And then Mr. Fatback said...
Look, Peavy, if you think I'm unhappy because I'm not water commissioner anymore, you're mistaken.
Good afternoon, Peavy.
Well, hello, Judge.
And Gildy. I didn't expect to see you here. How are you, old friend?
Yeah, I'm fine. And don't you try to cheer me up too, Horace.
Oh? I came to pick up the signatures you've collected, Peavy.
Yeah, here they are.
My, a lot of names. You did well.
What is this? Floyd was collecting signatures, and now you are.
And Peavy, you know who has heard about you know what, and he's plenty worried.
What's so funny?
Well, thank you, Peavy. See you around, Gildy.
Peavy, what's going on here? What are you fellows up to? Out with it, Peavy.
Well, about the mayor.
Yeah, the next time I see that little Napoleon, the sparks are going to fly.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Well, hello, Gildersleeve.
Huh? Hello, Terwilliger.
I've been looking all over for you.
Well, I've been looking for you, too.
I think I'll go look for something in the back room.
Wait a minute, Peavy. I want you to hear this. Terwilliger, I've taken all I'm going to take from you, and I'm here to say...
I wonder if you gentlemen would mind stepping back from the showcase.
Gildersleeve, before you say anything, I've come to offer your job back.
My job? Well, that's not fair. I was about to tell you off.
What?
but I do have a little family to think of. I accept.
Fine. As mayor of Summerfield, I now officially reinstate you as water commissioner.
Water commissioner.
We'll let bygones be bygones. But, Commissioner Gildersleeve, the next time I catch you reading pulp magazines during office hours...
Oh! I wasn't reading magazines that time. Now, I can't work for an unreasonable tyrant like you. I resign. I quit.
Quit? Now, wait a minute, Mr. Gildersleeve. Commissioner Gildersleeve, you can't quit.
Why can't I? I just did.
You don't want me to lose my job, too, do you?
What's that?
Well, this is embarrassing for me, Gildersleeve, but it seems a silly petition for recalling the mayor is being circulated around by some
public-spirited citizens.
Public-spirited citizens. Public-spirited? You didn't sign it, did you, Mr. Peavy?
No, I wouldn't say that.
A recall petition, you say, Mayor? Well, in that case, I accept my job back again.
Oh, well, fine, Gildersleeve.
Yeah, now, since you don't dare fire me, there are a few things I've been saving up to tell you, Shorty.
Oh.
In the first place, you let me run the water department and stop snooping around my office. Get that straight.
Now, Commissioner...
And in the second place, I want my salary boosted up to what you pay your relatives. You understand?
Now, Commissioner...
Remember, Terwilliger, you're not so big. You just comb your hair high. And another thing... Well, this is fun. And another thing, Pipsqueak, if you ever so much
The great Gildersleeve will be with us again in just 30 seconds. Making a fresh fruit salad? To be sure your fruit tastes its best, take it out of the refrigerator a little early so that it's cold but not too cold. Another way to make sure that salad will be delicious is to use Miracle Whip salad dressing. Miracle Whip has a simply wonderful flavor, a special, lively, teasing, peppy flavor that no other salad dressing has. Make all your salads extra good with the salad dressing millions prefer, the one and only Miracle Whip.
This is Gildersleeve again, folks. I thought you'd like to know the mayor gave me that raise. And you want to know what I'm going to do with it? I'm going to buy United States saving bonds. One a month. That way, the money is perfectly safe and drawing good interest. You can buy them where you work, through the payroll savings plan, or at the bank on the bond-a-month plan. It gives a person a fine feeling of security. And someday, I'll probably need that, because I may tell off that mayor once too often. Good night, folks.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Willard Waterman. The show is written by John Elliott and Andy White, with transcribed. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Lillian Randolph, Stan Farrar, Earl Ross, Dick LeGrand, Viola Vaughn, and Arthur Q. Bryan. Musical compositions by Jack Meakin. This is John Heaston saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products. Be sure to listen in next week and every week throughout the summer for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
How good can a sandwich be? Well, just make it with Miracle Sandwich Spread and see. Miracle Sandwich Spread is made by Kraft, from America's favorite salad dressing, the one and only Miracle Whip, and some very special spicy relishes. It's different and, delicious. Try it. Use it with your favorite sandwich filler or just by itself between slices of bread. Tomorrow, stop at your grocer's and bring home a jar of Miracle Sandwich Spread.
Tonight, enjoy the best of Groucho on NBC. The Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve. Gildersleeve is brought to you, transcribed by the Kraft Foods Company. 20 years ago, the Kraft Foods Company introduced a wonderful new salad dressing, a superbly smooth, delicious-tasting salad dressing called Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip was so remarkably good that it soon became the most popular salad dressing ever created. Now Miracle Whip outsells the next 20 leading brands of salad dressing combined, and good cooks everywhere depend on it to make their salads better tasting. To bring out the best in your salads, use the one and only Miracle Whip salad dressing. Well, as you may remember, the great Gildersleeve is taking his vacation from the water department on sort of a day here and day there basis this summer. And the plan seems to be working out satisfactorily enough for the water commissioner, but his nephew Leroy doesn't like the idea. And on this bright August morning, he has cornered his uncle in the living room to register a mighty protest.
It's a crying shame, that's what it is, Unc.
Now, Leroy.
It's a crying shame.
Stop bellowing. What's a crying shame?
Here it is August. Everybody else has gone someplace. Everybody else is doing something. What are they doing for a vacation? Sitting here like a couple of bumps on a log.
Leroy, that's not true. We've gone places this summer.
Ah!
Well, we have. I've taken my vacation a day at a time, and we've gone here and we've gone there.
Yeah, here and there. Fine vacation.
Well, we've had 7 days altogether, and I have 7 days more to go. Yeah, I may take off a couple of days this week.
Well, that's no vacation, Unc. A day here, a day there. It's like eating a good dinner one bite at a time and taking all day for it. It's cold before you're half finished. You've forgotten what you've eaten, and when you're through, you're still hungry.
Well.
And furthermore.
Leroy, stop shaking your finger in my face.
You're not keeping your promise.
What promise?
You made a promise, and you're not keeping it. You made a promise to a little kid.
What little kid?
Me. Last winter you said that this summer we could get a cabin at a lake and stay for a week. That's what you said.
Yeah, I said that?
We'll get a cabin at a lake and stay for a week. Those were your very words.
When did I say that?
On the 18th of February at 9:15 in the morning.
Leroy.
Ask Bertie. Just ask Bertie.
Somebody holler for Daddy.
Bertie did not say he and I could get a cabin at a lake this summer, didn't he? Last winter he said it, didn't he?
Seems I recall something about going to a cabin.
Hey, you see, Unc, you see?
All right, all right. If I said we'd get a cabin, then that's what we'll do.
We will. Oh, boy. Yoo-hoo!
Leroy, don't grab me like that. You're going to tear my apron off.
We're going up to a lake. Crazy, man. Cool, crazy. You aren't going to change your mind, are you, Unc? You aren't going to back out.
Certainly not. There's one thing your uncle doesn't do, my boy, is change his mind. My word is my bond. You know that.
Yeah, I know, but you...
Quit worrying, Leroy. If your uncle said you're going to go, you're going to go.
That's right.
He ain't wishy.
No, indeed.
He ain't washy.
No, sir.
He ain't wishy-washy. You're going to go.
Oh, I just want to be sure. Because there have been a few times...
Leroy, when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. Make a decision and stand by it.
When do you plan to go, Miss Gildersleeve?
Tomorrow.
Oh, just a minute.
I was just thinking, when you and Leroy go to the lake, you won't be needing Bertie that week.
That's right. It'll give you a week off, Bertie.
Yes, to give me a chance to visit my sister. When do you plan to go, Miss Gildersleeve?
Today.
Leroy.
You tell me what you're going to need, Mr. Gildersleeve, and I'll start packing.
Fine, Bertie.
Yeah, man, we're going. Look, here in the paper. There's an ad. Cabin for rent. I marked it while I was eating breakfast. Here, you see it?
Yeah. Right between the jelly and the syrup.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I see. Rustic cabin on lake, furnished. Big trees, good fishing, $35 a week. $35 a week?
Yeah, that's the rent.
Rent? That's robbery.
But, Unc, it's furnished with trees and fish.
I don't care how it's furnished. That's ridiculous.
Oh, but, Unc.
Oh, my boy, let's not get carried away. Just because it's the summer season, these cabin people think they can put their rates sky high. Well, by George, they may make a pigeon out of somebody else. They're not going to snooker your old uncle. I can tell you that.
You mean we're not going?
Yeah, I didn't say that. We're going to get a cabin. But this year, I'm going to play it smart.
No, Unc, can't we just take...
Leroy, there are ways of getting things without going out and throwing your money around. If you're ever going to be a success, you've got to learn to use your head. Be shrewd, like me.
Yeah?
Well, I mean it. Why should I pay good money for a cabin on the lake? Peavy has one he never uses. Right on a lake. Even has a boat with a steamboat whistle on it.
No kidding?
Absolutely. And he'll be glad to let us use it for nothing.
Are you sure?
Certainly. Yeah, I need some cigars anyway. I'll go down to the drugstore and ask him right now.
Yeah, let's go.
You see, my boy? Already this morning you've learned 2 things. Always do what you say you're going to do, and be shrewd.
Yeah. You sure teach me a lot, Unc.
You will. I try.
You know something, Unc? I ought to just quit school and follow you around.
What a fine boy.
What are you slowing down for, Unc? Aren't you going in the drugstore?
Well, I'm going in, but you wait out here for me.
I want to listen while you ask him.
Nothing doing. I may have to use diplomacy on Petey, and you're too eager. If he thinks I want the cabin, he might get standoffish. I've got to make him force it on me.
But I thought you said...
Never mind. I'll handle it.
Okay.
Hello, Petey.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Gildersleeve. What can I do for you today?
Well, first of all, you can give me a handful of cigars. The 15 centers.
15 centers today. Living it up a little, are you?
Well, you know me, Petey.
Yes, I do. That's why I wondered.
Just put them on my bill.
Very well.
You know, I spend a lot of money with you every month, Petey.
Well, I spend a lot of money with you. You don't exactly give that water away, you know.
I can see he's going to be hard to handle. Going anyplace on your vacation this month, Petey?
Yes, I'm spending my vacation in the quietest place I can think of.
Oh? Where are you going?
Home. Mrs. Peavy's going to be away for a week.
Well, nice idea. Thought possibly you might be going up to your cabin at Moose Lake.
No, I'm staying home.
Yeah. I'm kind of looking around for a place to stay, spend a week. Sort of a cabin, maybe. You're on a lake.
No. I noticed several of them advertised in the paper.
Yes, but the prices are pretty steep. In fact, it occurred to me that maybe one of my very good friends, some generous fellow, might offer to let me use his cabin.
Well, yes, some fellow might do that.
I'd been thinking in terms of Moose Lake.
Moose Lake, it's a nice place.
What a tough customer. He isn't giving an inch. You did say you weren't going to use your cabin.
Well, I have no plans right at the moment. Let's see, who do I know who has a cabin at Moose Lake who's a friend of yours?
Confound it, Peavy. Quit beating around the bush. If you don't want me to use your cabin, come right out and say so.
I didn't say anything either way.
Well, say something either way. Doesn't matter to me. I know dozens of people who'd be delighted to let me use their cabin.
Well, then, why don't you yours?
Because I like yours better. Yeah, I mean, you're a better friend of mine. Look, Peavy, I'm not being pushy, but how about it?
How about what?
Using your cabin. You don't have to be diplomatic like I am. Just come right out and say yes or no. You know, I can take no for an answer.
He's never taken it yet.
Well, Peavy?
All right, you can use the cabin.
Well, fine. I knew you would. Good friend. Where do you keep the key?
It's hanging up on a nail right next to the fish poles in the back room.
The key is inside the cabin? How do I get in?
Crawl in the window.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I used to keep the key under the doormat, but there's a squirrel who lives in an oak tree in front of the place, and every winter he used to take the key and put it up in his nest up in the tree.
Oh?
I figured it was easier to climb in the window than to climb the tree.
Well, thanks a lot, Petey. You're a real friend. We'll take good care of the cabin and the boat. And when I come back, I'll bring you a big fat bass.
All right, and have a good time.
We will. Thanks again, old friend. See you in a week.
Bye.
Goodbye.
How'd you do, Unc? Did you get it? Are we going? Did you get the cabin?
You bet. I had to be very tactful about it, but by shrewd maneuvering, I swung the deal.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you see? We got a fine cabin, and it isn't costing us a nickel. We'll leave in the morning.
Unc, you're a genius. I'll go home and start getting stuff together.
Yeah, you do that. I'm going to stop by Floyd's barber shop and pick up my boots that he bought.
Okay, but don't get a haircut or a shave. We're going to rough it, boy. We got to look grizzled.
You're all right, my boy. On your way. Scoot. Floyd. Oh, Floyd.
Hi, Commish. I was out in the back room heating up some glue.
Glue?
Yeah, one of my customers broke his mug. His shaving mug.
Oh.
Climb up in the chair, Commish. What'll it be, a haircut?
No, nothing today, Floyd. I just stopped by to pick up my boots.
Oh, yeah, them.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself this morning, Floyd.
What'd you do? Cut off the mayor's water?
Nope. I just gave little Leroy a fine object lesson in shrewd business.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was all fired up about running a cabin. $35 a week.
Beat the guy down to 30, huh?
Certainly not. I got the cabin for nothing.
Oh?
Yeah, I fast-talked Peavy into letting me use his. Free.
Well, you can't get him any cheaper than that. How come you got Peavy's cabin?
Because he practically insisted that I take it, that's why. And it's a fine cabin.
Yeah, it's okay. But you ought to see Ed Hinkle's place up at Eagle Lake. Now, there's a real layout.
Oh? Well, there's nothing wrong with Peavy's place.
Oh, sure, it's all right. But Hinkle's cabin makes Peavy's look like a chicken house. He's got everything in it. Big fireplace, freezer, front porch, right over the lake. You can sit in your rocking chair and catch rock bass.
Sounds pretty good.
Hey, wait a minute. There's Ed's boy coming down the street. Hey, Bud! Come here a minute.
What's the matter, Floyd?
Come on in. I want you to meet a friend of mine. Bud, this here is Mr. Gildersleeve.
I'm glad to meet you, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Hello, Bud.
Bud and his dad's been customers of mine from way back. I give Bud his ducktail here. How you like that? Pretty classy, huh?
Yeah, fine. Looks just like a duck. In back.
Bud, I was telling the commish here about the swell layout you folks got up at Eagle Lake.
Oh, yeah, it's a sharp deal.
I guess you folks spend a lot of time up there, huh, kid?
Not too much anymore. Too many pretty girls up there.
Too many. This keeps you away?
Yeah, my mom decided it was dangerous. Those girls are walking around the beach all the time, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah. And it gets my dad pretty confused. He keeps walking off the end of the dock all the time.
Oh?
Last time we were up there, he wondered why he couldn't start the outboard motor. He had the rope wound around Mom's head. That was the last time we were up there.
Well, I can see your mother's point of view. And your father's, too.
Mom don't like it up there. Dad does.
Yes, well.
Well, I got a roll. Glad to meet you, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Glad to have met you, Bud.
I'll see you, Floyd.
Okay, Bud. Now, you see, commish? If I'd known you were looking for a place, I could have got their cabin for you.
Yeah, sure sounds better than Peavy's.
Oh, it's a real establishment.
Think you can still get it, Floyd?
Sure, all I got to do is call Ed.
All right, George, I'll tell Peavy something's come up. I can get out of it.
Sure, the Peeve won't mind. I'll go call Ed and tell him you want to use the cabin.
Yeah, tell him I'm the water commissioner, Floyd.
I don't know, commish. The pressure's been pretty low lately. I'll just tell him you're a friend of mine.
Yeah, all right.
You still here, Unc?
Yeah, I'll be along in a minute.
I was talking to the mailman. I told him we were going up to Moose Lake.
Yeah, well,
He says if we catch any moose, we can give him one. He's a cut-up.
Yeah. Well, things have changed a little. We're not going to Moose Lake.
Not going?
No, I've got a better deal. I'm getting a much nicer cabin up at Eagle Lake.
But, Unc, you already told Mr. Peavy you'd take his place.
But, Leroy, this one is better. A lot better.
Oh, for corn's sake, why don't we just rent the cabin that's advertised in the paper?
No, my boy, I told you this morning. You've got to be smart. The better deal comes along, take the better deal.
Yeah, but you said always do what you say you're going to do, and you told Peavy.
Well, this is different.
Well, what about a bird in the hand being better than two in the bush?
That's just an old-fashioned saying. There are times when the shrewd thing to do is to take the two in the bushes.
Okay, if you say so, Unc.
You bet. You leave the planning to me, my boy. We're going up to Eagle Lake, strictly first class. Right, George Gildersleeve, you're a shrewd operator.
The great Gildersleeve will be back in just a minute. How's your imagination tonight? Well, let's try it. Just imagine a shimmering lime gelatin mold filled with luscious bits of peaches, pears, pineapple, and cherries, and nestled on a bed of cool, fresh lettuce. That's a salad masterpiece. But it's not quite complete. You need a salad dressing, too. One that'll bring out the very best in your salad. And the salad dressing to choose is the one with the flavor millions of folks call just exactly right. Miracle Whip salad dressing. Miracle Whip salad dressing has a lively, teasing flavor, a different flavor you won't find in any other salad dressing. Because Miracle Whip is made from a secret recipe that combines the best qualities of old-fashioned boil dressing and fine mayonnaise. So many people like Miracle Whip so much, it's become the most popular salad dressing ever created, outselling the next 20 leading brands of salad dressing combined. Enjoy delicious, satiny Miracle Whip on your salads. Now, during summer, chances are salads are a more important part of your menu than ever, so make sure they taste their best. Make them with Miracle Whip. There's only one Miracle Whip salad dressing, so be sure you see the name on the jar you buy. Miracle Whip, made only by Kraft. Now let's get back to the great Gildersleeve. After considerable effort, the great man talked Mr. Peavy into the free use of his cabin at Moose Lake. That was fine, but then a better proposition presented itself. An even better cabin at Eagle Lake. This through a friend of Floyd Munson's. So now we find our water commissioner heading back to Peavy's drugstore.
You wonder how I'll explain this to people. I could tell them the truth. No, there's no point in doing that. I'll have to be diplomatic. Yeah, hello, Peavy.
Yeah, you back already? You made a pretty quick trip.
No, we haven't exactly gone yet. The fact is, a couple of unforeseen circumstances have come up. Yeah, unexpectedly.
Change your mind about going, did you?
Well, in a way, yes. Yeah, I got to thinking about it, Peavy. Decided it was just too much to ask of even an old friend like you, borrowing your cabin.
Well, just as long as I know what you're going to do.
It's just that I don't like to impose on my friends. You never can tell what might happen. Leroy might put his foot through a window or something.
It's not Leroy's feet that I'm worried about.
You probably have a lot of treasured personal belongings in the cabin, and if something should be lost, I'd never forgive myself.
Well, if you don't want the cabin.
No, it's not that I don't want it, Peavy.
Well, then go ahead and go.
Peavy, stop being so bullheaded. Now, I'm only thinking of you. I'm protecting your interests.
Protecting me from who?
Me. When I get out in the woods, I'm dangerous. I might wreck your cabin completely. Oh, it isn't worth taking a chance, Petey.
No, I guess it isn't.
I'd rather give up the whole idea than run even the slightest risk of losing your friendship.
No?
Friendship like ours is too priceless a thing to gamble with. I much prefer to look forward to a pleasant and ever-ripening companionship with my old friend Pete.
Mr. Gildersleeve, where is this other cabin that you located?
It's up at Eagle Lake. Oh, Peavy!
I got all the fishing stuff, Bertie.
You can't carry it in a pile like that, Leroy. You got to get a box or something.
No, we'll just heave it in the car, and when we get up there, we'll heave it out again. We're going to rough it.
You're going to get it so rough you're never going to find anything.
Bertie! Leroy!
Out in the kitchen, Unc.
Well, it's all set. Floyd made the arrangements with Mr. Hinkle, and I explained to Peavy.
Leroy says you ain't going to Mr. Peavy's cabin.
No, I found a much better one, Bertie. This is a veritable palace in the pines. Has mattresses on the beds and an outboard motor. Real class.
I thought we were going to rough it, Unc.
Oh, we'll rough it. Don't worry. You can do the cooking.
I still think we should have stuck with Mr. Peavy's cabin.
Leroy, stop being short-sighted. Just because you had a ham sandwich, would you refuse a whole ham?
Uncle Mort, anybody home?
Hey, there's Marge.
We're out in the kitchen, Miss Marjorie.
Hi, everybody. What's going on, Unky?
Well, Leroy and I are taking off for a week. Going up to a beautiful cabin on Eagle Lake.
Oh, wonderful.
At least we think we're going. Unc's changing his mind so fast we're never sure.
Leroy, I'm not changing my mind simply because I found a better place. Probably the nicest cabin in the whole area.
Well, whose cabin is it, Unky?
It belongs to Ed Hinkle. He has everything. Beautiful spot.
Oh, the Hinkle place. I've been up there.
How is it?
Oh, it's all right.
What do you mean, all right?
Well, it's clean. Why didn't you tell me you were looking for a cabin, Unky? I could have gotten the Johnson's place.
Johnson's?
Oh, for corn's sake.
Leroy, stop grumbling. What's this Johnson place like?
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's a summer home. Electric kitchen, air conditioning, a beautiful speedboat.
Oh, brother.
Look, Unc.
Leroy, don't interrupt. I'm thinking.
Why don't we just rent the place that's advertised in the paper?
Leroy. Marjorie, that Johnson place sounds pretty good.
But we want to rough it.
Yeah, I've never driven one of those speedboats. Yeah, I'll bet that's really something.
Are you changing your mind again, Unc?
Yeah, I'm not changing my mind. I'm just using strategy, that's all. Yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
Where are you going?
I'll be back in a minute. Hello, Floyd.
Oh, hi, Commish. All ready to take off for Eagle Lake?
Floyd, old friend, something has come up.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got to thinking. It's a terrific responsibility taking over somebody else's expensive cabin.
Oh, don't worry about it. Ed Hinkle's a good friend of mine. I've been cutting his hair for years.
That's just it, Floyd. I want you to keep on cutting his hair.
What are you getting at, Commish?
I just don't want to take the responsibility, Floyd. If something should happen, if we should knock a hole in the speedboat or something...
He don't have a speedboat.
Yeah, I mean the outboard. The outboard. One little mistake, and you'd lose a friend and a good customer. And I'd never forgive myself.
You mean you're not taking the place?
No, it's not that I don't want to, Floyd. I'm just thinking of you and your customers. It's your livelihood, Floyd. And as much as I'd like to use the Hinkle's cabin, I just can't bring myself to risk it.
Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate their offer deeply. But I value our friendship, too. I wouldn't have anything destroy that friendship. Absolutely not.
Commish,
Right.
whose place you got lined up now?
Floyd, you too? Suspicious barber.
Where'd your uncle go, Leroy?
I'll bet 2 bits he went to Floyd's barber shop.
Well, everything's packed. All you got to have now is a place to go.
Leroy!
Yeah?
Where's Marjorie?
She went next door. What are we doing now, Unc?
We're doing the shrewd thing. Leroy, we're going to the Johnson summer home.
But, Unc, we might as well go to a hotel.
You know, this is better than any hotel in town. You can drive the speedboats.
Speedboats, air conditioning. What'd we start out with, Unc? Just a nice, simple little cabin by a lake. Now, look, we got a production.
You bet. We're going strictly first class. George, I can see myself sitting on the veranda of the Johnson summer estate. Big cigar, waving to the yachts as they sail by.
I got your things already, Mr. Gildersleeve. You want to put them in the car?
Yeah, I don't know, Bertie. I may not even take my car. It's pretty old.
How do we get up there? Hitchhike?
Certainly not. Going up to a swanky place like the Johnsons, I may rent a little better-looking car. A convertible, maybe. Throw my golf clubs in the back seat.
Oh, brother.
Hi, Unky.
Oh, there you are, my dear. Well, we're ready to go.
Well, have a nice time. It's a good thing you're going to the Hinkle's cabin, Unky.
What's this?
I just phoned the Johnsons. The maid said they're up at their summer home.
They're up there?
Mm-hmm. We couldn't have gotten it anyway.
Zeke trapped.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
What's the matter?
Remember the story about the dog standing on the bridge with a bone in his mouth?
Yes?
Looked down in the water and saw his reflection. Thought it was another dog with a bigger bone. So he dropped the one he had and grabbed for the bigger one. What did he wind up with? Nothing.
All right, Leroy.
Leroy, what are you talking about?
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing my uncle, the one and only Throckmorton P. Bone Dropper.
Leroy, that will do.
Unky, you didn't give up the Hinkle's cabin before you knew it.
Oh, yes, he did.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, why didn't you tell me?
Well, never mind. It's too late now. Leroy.
I know what you're going to say, Unc, and I got it right here. The ad section of the paper, cabins for rent.
Yes.
Just come with me, Unc. The telephone is right this way.
I know where the phone is.
Here's the same ad. Cabin on lake, furnished.
Yeah. All right. I'll call him up. What's the number?
476.
Where have I heard that number before?
One of your girlfriends?
No, just sounds familiar.
Well, hurry up, Unc.
I can't dial any faster. $35 a week for a cabin. I wonder who this robber is.
Peavy's Pharmacy.
The great Gildersleeve will be with us again in just 30 seconds. Do you like chicken salad? Then try this unusually delicious variation. Add drained canned pineapple chunks to it. It's wonderful. And to be sure your pineapple chicken salad is at its best, make it with a truly fine salad dressing, Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip salad dressing has a perfect flavor all its own, a flavor you can't find in any other salad dressing. Get a jar of delicious, different-tasting Miracle Whip tomorrow. See what wonderful things it can do for your salads.
This is the life. What a beautiful view from the veranda. This dollar cigar tastes fine. Hello, Mrs. Vandergruber. Beautiful yacht you have there. Hello, Mr. Proppenshire. You must stop in for tea one day. Oh? Dinner at your estate? Sounds grand, old boy. Simply grand. I'll buzz over in my imported twin-engine speedboat.
Unc, are you awake?
Hey, what you got? Rush. Huh?
Isn't this keen?
What's that?
This is the perfect vacation. Sleeping on the ground in a good old pup tent.
Go back to sleep. Good night, folks.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Willard Waterman. The show is written by John Elliott, Andy White, and Paul West, and is transcribed. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Lillian Randolph, Mary Lee Robb, Tommy Cook, Arthur Q. Bryan, and Dick LeGrand. Musical compositions by Jack Meakin. This is John Heaston saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products. Be sure to listen in next week and every week throughout the summer for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
What's your favorite kind of sandwich? Cheese, ham, chicken? Well, whichever it is, it'll taste better than ever with Miracle Sandwich Spread. Try it. See what a delicious lift Miracle Sandwich Spread gives your sandwich. Miracle Sandwich Spread is made by Kraft from America's favorite salad dressing, Miracle Whip, and spicy relishes. For a really good yet thrifty sandwich, use Miracle Sandwich Spread alone. Get a jar tomorrow. Miracle Sandwich Spread.
Tonight, enjoy the best of Groucho on NBC.
The Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve is brought to you, transcribed by the Kraft Foods Company. 20 years ago, the Kraft Foods Company introduced a wonderful new salad dressing, a superbly smooth, delicious-tasting salad dressing called Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip was so remarkably good that it soon became the most popular salad dressing ever created. Now Miracle Whip outsells the next 20 leading brands of salad dressing combined, and good cooks everywhere depend on it to make their salads better tasting. To bring out the best in your salads, use the one and only Miracle Whip salad dressing. It's after dinner at the great Gildersleeve's house, and the evening paper has been divided between the water commissioner and his nephew. Leroy has the sports section and the comics, and the great man has the financial section, which carries the crossword puzzle on the back.
Leroy,
Yeah, Unc?
what's an 8-letter word for an African anteater?
That's aardvark.
Oh, yes.
They eat ants.
I know, Leroy. I'll bet you don't know how to spell it.
Unc, why don't you work your own crossword puzzle?
Leroy, I'm just testing you to see that what you learned at school.
Huh?
Yes.
Oh, boy. Hey, Unc, look here in the paper. Let's go fishing at Grass Lake tomorrow.
What?
Oh, look at the big fish that was caught. A 90-pound swordfish.
Swordfish in Grass Lake? Let me see. Leroy, this wasn't caught in Grass Lake. It was caught in Florida.
Well, sure, but it shows they're biting.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's go, Unc. Tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock. We'll have a lot of fun.
6 o'clock.
Mr. Banks took piggy fishing last Saturday.
You? How many swordfish did they catch?
Well, they didn't catch anything, but they went fishing.
Leroy, a fish hasn't been caught in Grass Lake in 3 years. Besides, you have to practice the piano tomorrow morning.
Oh, gosh, can't a little kid have one day off? I practice every day of the week and 2 hours every Saturday. Faithfully.
Faithfully. Yeah, I have reason to doubt, young man, that you even touched the piano last Saturday.
Well, sure I did. I must have.
Let's not fib, Leroy. I didn't hear you strike a note Saturday.
Well, when it's time for my piano lessons, you always leave home.
Well, I'm a busy man. But I happened to see your music teacher on the street, and from her report, I don't think you went near the piano last Saturday.
Well, she's prejudiced.
I put out good money for your music lessons. A small fortune for a very small return.
Yeah. Why don't I do something nice for you, Unc, and give up the piano?
You will not. I'm going to find out if you practiced. Bertie!
Yes, Miss Gildersleeve?
Step in here a minute, Bertie.
Well, gosh, Unc, do we have to call witnesses?
You can't tell fibs around here and get away with them, Leroy.
Oh, groan.
What you want, Mr. Gildersleeve? I got a sink full of dishes out there.
Well, I've got a little boy full of fibs in here. Bertie, Leroy thinks he should go fishing tomorrow. Now tell me, did he practice the piano last Saturday morning?
I'm usually busy in the kitchen on Saturday mornings, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yeah, I know, Bertie. But you can hear Leroy playing in the kitchen. You can hear that touch all over the house. Did you hear it?
Well,
Yes or no, Bertie?
Well, I usually have the windows open on Saturday morning. Lots of ambiguous noises coming in and out.
Bertie, did you hear the piano?
Well, I heard something.
You did?
I heard music of some kind. Of course, it could have been the old clothes man.
Yeah, all right, Bertie. It's very evident Leroy did not practice his piano. What do you think I should do with a boy like this?
I think you should take him fishing.
Oh, my goodness.
So do I.
Well, I'm not taking you fishing until you learn to tell the truth.
Well, hello, Judge Hooker.
Good evening, Bertie.
Come in.
Thank you. Oh, hello, Leroy.
Hi.
What's the matter with Leroy?
He's in the doghouse tonight.
Oh?
That poor little boy.
He does look unusually subdued for Leroy. Is the lord of the manor in?
He went upstairs to shave. He should be down any minute.
I thought Gildy and I might have a game of checkers tonight.
He has a date, Judge.
Oh?
Yes, sir. He's going out on the town while Leroy stays in the doghouse.
Yeah.
Poor little boy.
Well, perhaps I can change his mind.
Oh, so it's you, Judge.
Yeah, I thought we might have a fast game of checkers. Whenever I play you, it's a fast one.
Yes. Judge, I don't have time to play checkers tonight.
So I see. You did a nice job of shaving, Gildy. Smell nice, too.
Don't go sniffing, you old goat. That bay rum's not for your benefit, believe me. Sorry, I can't play checkers with you. Good night.
Well, as long as you're leaving, I'll walk away with you.
I'm just going over to Miss Tuttle's.
Well, I'll walk that far with you. I don't think that I should go in, though.
I don't either. Good night, Bertie.
Good night.
Yeah. Good night, Leroy. Leroy, say good night.
What seems to be the matter, Leroy?
Unc won't take me fishing in the morning.
You bet I won't.
Well, why don't you take him, Gildy?
It's none of your business, Horace.
Or do you think you'll be too tired to get up and go fishing in the morning? After all the angling you do tonight.
I'm not taking him for a very good reason, Judge. I caught him in a lie about practicing his piano.
Leroy? A lie?
Yes.
Gosh, Unc, you don't have to tell everybody. It was just a little white one.
Yeah, well, little white ones grow into big ones. If I've told you once, I've told you 100 times. Anybody who lies is bound to get into trouble. And he's in trouble.
Oh, that's too bad. I hate to see the boy unhappy.
That's okay. I think I'll go to bed.
No, Leroy, don't go to bed feeling sorry for yourself.
I'm not feeling sorry for myself.
This hurts me more than it does you.
It does not!
Wait a minute, Leroy. Why go to bed so early? I'll stay and play you a game of checkers.
Checkers? Well, if you don't mind, Judge, I'd rather go to bed.
What?
Good idea. Go to bed, Leroy, and stay there.
Okay. But Piggy's father took him.
Yeah, and I don't want to hear any more about fishing. You understand?
Yes, sir.
That boy.
Oh, Unc.
What is it now, Leroy?
Good night.
Oh. Good night, Leroy. Gee, let's get out of here, Judge. Oh. First time I ever left a girl's house at 8:30 in the evening. But Grace and I couldn't find anything to talk about. I guess I still have little Leroy on my mind. He looked so heartbroken when he went to bed. Well, Peavy's still open. Maybe he'll cheer me up. Hello, Peavy.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. What can I do for you this evening?
You can give me a cup of coffee, Peavy.
Okay, well.
Black.
Okay, well.
Thank you. Now you can pour me another cup.
My, another one.
That's what I said.
Okay, well. Sometimes I don't know which holds the most, you or your reservoir.
Well, I feel like downing a lot of coffee tonight.
You're a little owlish tonight, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yeah.
Girlfriend send you home at curfew?
I left of my own accord, Peavy.
I didn't like you.
Peavy, don't you start picking on me. I've already been raked over the coals by the judge and Bertie.
You don't say.
I came in here hoping you'd cheer me up.
Well, so long as you keep buying coffee, I'll do my best. Let's see now. Here's a new songbook I picked up for us Jolly Boys.
Oh?
I got it at the dime store. Cost a quarter.
Well, there's nothing like singing to take your mind off something.
That's what I say. Yeah. Hey, here's Sonny Boy.
Sonny Boy?
I imagine you sung it many times to little Leroy as he climbed up on your knee.
Little Leroy? Well, bring the book up to the next meeting, Peavy.
I always liked Sonny Boy. Climb upon my knee, Sonny Boy. You are only 3, Sonny Boy.
Please, Peavy.
You've no way of knowing, I've no way of showing What you mean to me, Sonny boy?
Peavy, stop.
What's the matter, Mr. Gildersleeve?
That's so sad.
I thought I sang it very well.
That's not what I meant. Good night, Peavy.
Are you going home so early? It's scarcely 9 o'clock.
I know, but I have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
6 o'clock? What for?
To take Leroy fishing.
Pole, will you, while I try worms again?
You do the fishing, Leroy, and don't rock the boat while I'm reading.
Huh? What are you reading?
This paper that Bertie wrapped our lunch in. She would wrap it in the wanted section.
Too bad, Unc.
Yeah, I don't know. Here's a place where we can buy fish, and it's on the way home. Let's go, Leroy.
But, Unc.
Let's go. We've been out here 3 hours, and nothing's happened.
But you know how fish are, Unc. They travel in schools. They'll be by pretty soon.
Yes. My neck's getting sunburned. Let's go home.
Aw, why don't you turn around in the boat?
I did that when my nose turned red. Now, let's pull up anchor. Everybody else has left the lake.
Just one more hour, Unc.
No, Leroy.
I see, there's a boat still on the lake, a motorboat.
Yeah, probably out joyriding. No, aren't any girls in the boat. It could be the game warden.
Oh, heck, and we haven't any fish to show him.
Well, I hope he stops. Maybe he can convince you there aren't any fish in this lake. Yeah, it's the warden, all right. They always make a lot of noise around fishing. Now I'll bet he says, "What are you doing? Fishing?"
Hello there.
Hello.
What are you doing? Fishing?
See?
I am.
Having any luck, sonny boy?
Sonny boy.
No. Has anybody else caught anything?
Well, they haven't started biting yet today, but I know they're here.
Yes.
I suppose you have your licenses.
Yeah, well, the boy doesn't need one. He's only 12, but size 16.
Yeah.
You stand up in the boat for the warden, Leroy.
Never mind. How about you?
Me? I'm not dumb enough to come out here fishing.
You're out here?
I just rode my nephew out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've heard that story before.
It's no story. Besides, you ought to be ashamed to sell licenses to fish in this swamp.
Now, let's not get tough with the game warden, big boy.
Well, let's not get tough with me either. I happen to be Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve, the water commissioner.
I don't care if you're King Neptune. You know you have to have a license to fish.
I'm not fishing.
There's nothing I like better than to slap a fine on guys who get tough with the game warden.
And there's nothing I like better than to turn off the water of guys who get tough with the water commissioner. Where do you live?
I have my own well.
Oh.
Just don't let me catch you fishing.
I'm not fishing.
I've heard that story before.
Him and his badge. Well, that does it, Leroy. We're pulling up anchor. We're going home.
Okay. Hey, Unc, the cork went down. I got a bite.
Leroy, what did I say about telling Pip? Whoops! Pull it up, Leroy!
Oh, say, it looks like a bass. A big one.
Pull, Leroy. He's a beauty.
Oh, boy.
You land him, Leroy. Zoop. Not on me.
Well, sit on him up before he flops out.
Okay. Throw your line back. It may be a school going by.
Okay.
Hey, there's one in your other line. Grab it, Leroy.
Jeepers, they're biting. Oh, he's even bigger.
You better let me pull him in, Leroy.
But, Unc,
Give me that pole.
I can't. You haven't got a license. And you know what the warden said.
Well, horse him in, then. There's one waiting on your other line.
The great Gildersleeve will be back in just a minute. Here's something to remember if you want to make really delicious salads. No matter how fine the quality of the fruit or vegetables or seafood or meat you use, no matter how much care you take in preparing them, if the salad dressing you use isn't as good as it should be, then your salad just can't be at its best. So be discriminating in your choice of salad dressing. Use the best tasting salad dressing you can buy. Use Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip has a flavor millions of good cooks all over the country call just right. It's a flavor that's lively, teasing, peppy. A flavor that's truly delicious. It's a flavor you won't find in any other salad dressing because Miracle Whip is made from an original recipe created by Kraft. It's a recipe that combines the best qualities of zesty old-fashioned boiled dressing and fine mayonnaise. Miracle Whip has the kind of texture you want in a salad dressing, too. It's creamy thick and velvety smooth because Miracle Whip is blended thoroughly with special beaters. So many people like Miracle Whip so much, it's become the most popular salad dressing ever created and actually outsells the next 20 leading brands of salad dressing combined. Try it. See how much more delicious your salads can be when you make them with America's favorite salad dressing, Miracle Whip. Well, let's get back to things in Summerfield. A car is pulling up in front of the great Gildersleeve's house, occupied by one sunburned uncle, one happy nephew, and 8 very surprised fish.
Thanks for taking me fishing, Unc. I had a wonderful time.
Yeah, that's fine, Leroy.
You see this big one? He's the one who took the line way under the boat.
Let's not talk about it. Let's just forget the whole thing.
Boy, 8 great big bass, and I caught every one of them.
Let's not gloat, Leroy.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry you didn't have a license, Unc.
Yeah, that's all right. I was just along for the ride. Let's get out, Leroy, and take your fish with you.
Aw, but you didn't catch any. You can have them.
What?
So long, Unc.
Leroy, you come back here and clean these fish.
But gosh, Unc, I have to go and practice the piano. After you were so nice to take me fishing, I wouldn't think of skipping my piano lesson.
Leroy.
And I'll practice 2 full hours, Unc, like you said.
Oh, see. I can't clean fish. Can't stand the way they look at me with those big brown eyes. Oh, Bertie!
You call me, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Yes, Bertie.
I thought you called me.
Bertie, look what I have here.
Well, now, a big string of fish.
Yeah.
Mr. Gildersleeve, that's a fine string of fish. You should have your picture taken with them.
Well.
I never saw such big ones. Is that a flounder I see?
No, they're all bass. I just sat on this one.
Oh, yeah. You sure to have your picture taken with them?
I don't have time for that. Just take them along, Bertie, and we'll have them for dinner.
Oh, we'll have them for dinner, all right, just as soon as you get them cleaned.
But, Bertie, Leroy and I caught the fish. Now it's up to somebody else. This calls for a little cooperation.
Well, you can count on Bertie to cooperate. There ain't nobody can cook fish any better than Bertie can, anytime you get them clean.
Yeah, well, I know, Bertie, but...
That's one thing I say for me. Nobody can cook fish any better than Bertie, anytime you get them clean.
Bertie, that's not cooperating.
Mr. Gildersleeve, when I cook steak, I don't dress no steer. You know who takes care of that? Somebody way back in Kansas City. They don't look to Bertie.
Bertie, I can't take these fish to Kansas City. They've got to be...
That's right. They got to be clean before they cook. And I stand ready to cook them just any time you get them clean.
Oh, my goodness.
Because that's one thing you can count on from Bertie. Cooperation.
Cooperation. Well, maybe I can give them to a neighbor. Still, as Bertie said, it is a beautiful string of fish. Naturally, I wouldn't have my picture taken with them, but I may just go downtown for a minute and show them to the boys. Hello, Floyd. How's business?
Well, I can't kick, Commish. How about a haircut today?
No, thanks. What do you think of these?
Hey, bass. They're beauts.
Yeah, quite a string.
Catch all those yourself?
Well, true sportsman doesn't like to gloat. But who do you suppose caught them?
Gosh, why didn't you ask me to go?
Well, I took the boy along.
You took the kid out? That's great stuff, Commish. Did he catch any?
Oh, yes.
How many?
Well, as a matter of fact, he You caught exactly this many.
Well, I'll be darned. I didn't know they were biting.
Yeah, you've got to know how to catch them, Floyd. Look at this big one.
Yeah. Look, I don't want to rush you out of the shop, Commish, but you're going to take them home now?
Well, I had them home, but nobody was very interested in them.
It wasn't. Hey, I got an idea. Lovey's out of town. Why don't we have a fish fry over at the house tonight?
Fish fry?
Sure, invite all the Jolly Boys over. It's Saturday night. We'll throw a wingding.
Yeah, it sounds great. I'll go around and invite the Jolly Boys.
Okay.
While you clean the fish.
Wait a minute, Commish.
Well, you're handy with a razor, Floyd. You can scale them in a jiffy.
Me, a licensed barber, scrape fish? What do you want me to do, lose my professional standing?
But, Floyd...
What kind of a clientele do people think I got? Come in here and find fish scales all over the floor.
Well, they have to be clean. And the man who furnishes the fish shouldn't have to clean them.
Okay. You caught them. I furnish the house. Let somebody else clean them. How about the Peeve?
Peavy?
Yeah, he's got the equipment there at the soda fountain. I'll bet he could clean them between customers.
Yeah, I don't know if Peavy will go for that, Floyd.
Oh, you can convince him, Commish. Come on, I'll show you and the fish out the door.
Should have a lot of fun at Floyd's tonight if I can ever get these fish cleaned. You better keep them behind my back until I find out how Peavy feels about such things. Hello, Peavy.
Oh, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Beautiful day.
Think so?
Yeah, it's been beautiful all day.
Okay.
You bet. The air's warm, birds have been singing, fish have been biting.
I've been too busy to notice. What can I do for you, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Well, nothing. Peavy, you know I went out to Grass Lake this morning.
Any luck?
Any luck? Peavy, take a look at these. Yeah. Did you ever see a more beautiful string of fish?
Never in my drugstore. Did you catch all those, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Did I catch them? Well, here they are.
My.
Yeah, the Jolly Boys are going to have a big fish fry tonight. I'm furnishing the fish, and Floyd's furnishing the house. I guess you'd like to come.
Yes, I would.
Great. Then I imagine you'd like to cooperate with us and clean the fish.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. I'll tell you what I will do, though. I'll furnish the cokes.
But who's going to clean the fish, Peavy?
Have you tried Chief Gates down at the jail? He's a nice, amiable, jolly boy, the chief.
Say, he mind cleaning.
He probably has an empty cell you can use. I don't imagine the prisoners are in any position to object.
Yeah, good idea, Peavy. Bring the cokes, and we'll see you at Floyd's tonight.
Yeah, well, Mr. Gildersleeve. I wouldn't be surprised if Leroy caught those fish.
Nice job you're doing there, Chief.
Well, thank you, Commissioner. The least I can do is clean them after you caught them. Yeah, you must be quite a fisherman to pull in big ones like these.
Well, you got to know how to do it.
How'd you happen to go out, Commissioner?
Oh, Leroy wanted to go, and I nearly didn't take him. Discipline.
Nothing serious, I hope.
No. Just caught him in a little white lie about his piano practice.
Well, you have to watch those little lies. Sometimes they can grow pretty big.
Oh, yes.
Well, gentlemen.
The game warden.
What are you doing here in the cell, Chief?
Cleaning fish. How are you, George?
Fine. Just came in to report a few game law violations. Well, hello, Water Commissioner.
Hello, Mr. Warden.
Hey, that's a beautiful string of bass you caught there, Chief.
Well, I'd like to say I caught them, but that wouldn't be the honest thing to say. Mr. Gildersleeve here caught them.
Gildersleeve?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I'd love to catch up with a guy who gets tough with the game warden. The idea. A city official fishing without a license.
What's this, Commissioner?
Well, come to think of it, Chief, I didn't really catch these fish.
But I thought you said that you...
I didn't say I caught them, Chief. I just said I didn't. Little Leroy caught them.
I heard that story before.
Oop. Well, he did.
Water Commissioner, I'd like to ask you a few questions in the Chief's office.
Now, wait a minute. Chief! You believe me?
Mr. Gildersleeve, do you realize what an embarrassing position you've placed me in?
But
the chief of police cleaning illegal fish.
But they're not illegal. I wasn't even fishing. Call Leroy. He'll tell you the truth.
All right, I'll call the boy. I want this cleared up as much as you do.
No, I'm innocent. I've got a witness.
You better have.
Fellas.
Hello?
Leroy, this is Mr. Gates.
Oh, hi, Chief.
There seems to be a little discussion about who caught those beautiful fish.
Yeah?
At first, your uncle led me to believe that he caught them.
He did?
Now then, who really caught them?
Well, Unc caught them.
Oh! Give me that phone. He knows better than... Leroy, you caught those fish and you know it.
Well, sure, Unc, but if you want to tell a little white lie for the fellas downtown, that's okay with me.
Leroy!
The great Gildersleeve will be with us again in just 30 seconds. To keep fresh fruit from turning dark before you can serve it in your favorite fruit salad, do this. Cut it at the last possible minute, then immediately dip it into orange or lemon juice. That will help make your fruit salad attractive. And to make sure that salad tastes as good as it looks, make it with Miracle Whip salad dressing. Miracle Whip has a wonderful peppy flavor, a special flavor that belongs to Miracle Whip alone. Try it. Enjoy better tasting salads with the one and only Miracle Whip salad dressing.
Well, gosh, Unc, I thought I was giving you a break.
You nearly gave me a fine, Leroy. Remember, always tell the truth.
I will, Unc.
Yes, sir. You can't go wrong if you tell the truth.
Now eat your fish.
I think we should all toast Leroy, the mighty fisherman.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
No, wait, gentlemen. I propose that we sing a song for our honored guest and provider, the young Isaac Walton, who fared forth with rod and reel.
Now, Judge, I thought you said a song, not a speech.
How about he's a jolly good fellow?
Okay. I'm a jolly good fellow.
Leroy, we'll do the singing. Do you want all the credit?
Here we go. Me.
For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. Leroy's a jolly good fellow. My boy. Good night, folks.
That nobody can deny. Nobody can deny.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by William Waterman. The show is written by John Elliott, Andy White, Paul West, and his Grant Scott. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Lillian Randolph, Earl Ross, Arthur Q. Bryan, Jess Kirkpatrick, Ken Christie, and Dick LeGrand. Musical compositions by Jack Meakin. This is John Heaston saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products. Be sure to listen in next Wednesday and every Wednesday throughout the summer for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
Sandwich lovers, here's how to make some of the most delicious sandwiches you've ever tasted. Just spread that bread with Miracle Sandwich Spread. Miracle Sandwich Spread is made by Kraft, from America's favorite salad dressing, Miracle Whip, and spicy relishes to give you a spread with a wonderful tang. Use Miracle Sandwich Spread along with the meat or cheese sandwich filling you like best. Or for the quickest, easiest, thriftiest sandwich you could want, use it alone between slices of bread. Tomorrow, get Miracle Sandwich Spread.
Tonight, enjoy the best of Groucho on NBC.